guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
I'm Art.
And here are the goods. After 2 weeks again of not being on the show, lots happened. Final four, congratulations to Villanova Wildcats. Sorry, Terrence.
Boo this man!
Had a great turnout here in San Antonio for the Final Four. Hope you guys were able to get out there for those free concerts and have some good times there.
There was a lot of concerts.
Absolutely.
Like Luis Fonsi,
Julio Pompas Las Mangueras.
Imagine Dragons.
Yep, Imagine Dragons, Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Yeah, it was a pretty great turnout that happened for
Yeah.
this thing. It did affect the box office here in San Antonio. The blockbuster that we saw coming that was Ready Player One, really expected it to blow up nationwide. And for the most part, it did. Not as much as people would hope, but in San Antonio, it really did not do that well. Opening at 41 million nationwide.
I think it's going to be one of those slow hitters that it's going to build up.
I think it was. I mean, you couple the Final Four, not just in San Antonio, but that's
people are watching it on television.
It's all over the world that they're watching it. So you got that going on. Plus, it's Easter weekend. You have masses going on. So a lot of things were going to affect this movie. Came out at the wrong time. Fate of the Furious suffered the same fate. No pun intended.
Boo this man!
Last year, and it was no different for Ready Player One. Since Wednesday, it actually opened Wednesday night. Had 53 million collectively. That's how much the movie's made since Wednesday. Did a little bit better overseas.
Come on, China. Come on, China.
128 million. So the whole worldwide opening for this one was 180 million dollars. Not that bad.
What was the budget?
Budget was probably a little under 100, maybe a little over 100. Maybe about 100 to me.
Okay.
So either way, I think it's going to be a hit. Like
it was
you said.
planning on to release it this weekend.
I think so too. I think that it should have been released a week before. Number two, Terrence's favorite filmmaker, Tyler Perry, is Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson. Open not too bad at $17 million. That's pretty much a low budget movie, so I'm pretty sure that's going to make its money back. Black Panther went to number 3.
Still in the top 5 though.
$11 million. That thing premiered February 16th, and it is still in the top 5. That's amazing. Faith-based movie, I Can Only Imagine, was number 4 with $10 million. Now this one's pretty bad here. Pacific Rim dropped to number 5 after being number 1 last week.
1 week.
And it dropped 67% to number 5.
Wow.
Sorry, Boyaga, you still got freaking. You still got Star Wars. So opening up next week is the, I kind of want to say that it's a little much anticipated. That's That Quiet Place with Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, I think his name is. Did I say that right?
Krasinski.
Right.
Yeah, that guy.
That
guy from The Office.
Yeah. So Quiet Place looks like or Cloverfield Place, because that's basically, it just looks like Cloverfield. I get a big Cloverfield vibe from that thing.
Yeah, we'll see. It's interesting. This is going to be a movie that it does not appeal to everyone, but I think this is another slow hitter where once you watch it, it may. But who knows?
It's getting really good reviews.
Yeah.
I think it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not getting any movement, no traction amongst the population.
Yeah, and the thing that could save it, especially like on my side of town, like at my theater. Teenagers.
Yeah.
The movie's PG-13, so teenagers are probably going to flock to this thing. So we'll see.
We'll see.
The other one is Blockers with John Cena, right, John? So John Cena is doing this Blockers movie. It looks pretty freaking hilarious. It looks pretty funny. I really want to see it.
I'll reserve any comment until I see this.
You hear that, John? All right.
Hold on. Okay.
There's another one that's based on a true story, I think. It's called Chappaquiddick.
Chappaquiddick?
Chappaquiddick. I've read some reviews. It's a pretty interesting thriller. It has some pretty solid acting, so we're going to have to see how that one does.
This time of year is always an interesting time for the movies.
Why is that?
Because no one's really releasing a big movie until the summer, right? And you have already the holidays was over. Yeah. A lot of kids go see the movies. So right now, it's kind of like the lull of movies, I like to call it, because it's like they're waiting to release all the big hits for the summer, so they're releasing the ones that perhaps they're not certain.
Then you also got like, you got Disney and Marvel bringing Avengers out a week before. Then you got Rampage coming out a week before. So just probably to get a little bit, step up from everybody else, because once you get May, you got Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
You got Han Solo.
Yeah, they're going to be rolling out. And look how well Black Panther's doing right now. I mean, just continue week after week after week. I think that's why they're moving it up. They're trying to bank on however much money they can make on this.
So do you think
squeeze it for everything it's got?
Do you think that, and you say that, and how well it's doing? Hell, it only dropped to number 3, Black Panther. Do you think that having Black Panther still in the theaters when Infinity War comes out, it benefits Marvel just as much?
I think so.
Because it's the last Marvel movie in that phase, so you can go back in the same theater in the same time. So, all right. Well, sticking to Marvel news, you have Doctor Strange news, and the new villain was revealed, and it is Nightmare.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, Nightmare is known as a demon and ruler of the dream dimension, and draws power
Here's
from
the thing with
psychic energy from dreaming beings.
Yeah, the thing with Doctor Strange is he's not widely known, right?
Right.
So, and he is unlike all the other action heroes or the comic book movies where they have someone physical to fight. He fights or he operates in another realm, another dimension, another field, right?
Right.
So all his villains are going to be really obscure people that most of us really haven't heard of or know much about, because those are the only ones that he can really, that's going to differentiate him from all the others.
Okay. Would Thor be able to do that too? And Guardians maybe?
I think Thor would also be another one because they have to venture out. They're in another, they operate in other areas, right? They're not going to be all Earth-based heroes or Earth-based villains.
So at the end of Doctor Strange, everybody will remember that Chiwetel Ejiofor, True Toy Emoji, was Mordo. And at the end of Doctor Strange, Mordo was actually looking to be the villain.
Yes.
Where do you think that, if Nightmare is going to be the main villain in Doctor Strange 2, where does that leave Mordo?
I can see them moving into the third, where they build it up. This is kind of like a teaser. This is where he's going to go and try to become a little bit more powerful.
Okay.
See what he can do. All the meanwhile, Doctor Strange is focused on someone else. And I think this is what I would do. If I was a writer, I'd be using this as a way to build up this character. You know, while Doctor Strange is occupied over here, his focus is fighting this person, I'm building myself up. I'm going to strengthen myself.
Kind of like with, and going back to Thor again, you start out with Loki, and then you got Malekith with the Dark Elves and all that.
Okay, yeah.
And then, and then Loki right back with them in Ragnarok. So, yeah, I can see that. That's a possibility. What do you think of that idea overall? Do you think that Nightmare is the right choice for Doctor Strange 2?
That's a difficult call, simply because we don't know how they're going to play this angle.
Do you think that it's depending on the casting too?
Yes, on the casting is going to be major, because let's be honest, what is his name? Cumberbatch? He's not how can I say this? His scenes, sometimes they're great. Sometimes he's a great actor. Yeah, he's a great actor. But Doctor Strange isn't the kind of character that just carries the movie. He needs somebody else to play off of, I think.
Okay, so in Doctor Strange you had Mortal, you had the Ancient One, you had Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. I think Nightmare's really going to have to take a lot of screen time on this.
I could see that. Who would you cast as Nightmare?
Ooh. That's depending on which way you're going to go with the character. But
in the interpretations that you know, who would you cast as Nightmare?
I don't know. I don't know which actor could really play that up right now. I'd have to think about it long and hard. If I was in charge of Marvel, I'm free. I'm a free agent right now. Pick me up. We'll work something out. But I'm not going to give you my tidbits.
He still doesn't
secrets.
even know right now.
Yeah.
How about Robert Englund, since he does Dream? He's already a Dream Demon.
No.
I like it.
All right, so sticking with comic book news, Flashpoint was, that's pretty much the focus right now for DC, and it turns out that the Flashpoint title might not be the title for the next Flash movie.
Really?
Yeah. Now, the premise of Flashpoint obviously is that Barry Allen goes back in time and you know, tries to save his mom and all that good stuff, and it kind of messes up the timeline and everything. So this is actually perfect for
to reboot
the DCU. No, absolutely. So the premise of Flashpoint is all pretty much going to be the same. The only thing that's going to change is the title. What would you name it?
The Point of Flash. I don't know.
The Point of Flash. All right.
No, I don't. You're asking me all these ones. I have no idea what I would go with.
I mean, if you're gonna just do it, then just call it the Flash.
Just call it the Flash.
Call it the Flash. Or just
I guess
Flash.
so, Flash, because I mean it's so. Come on, DC. We need villains in DC. We need a villain that we can root that the guys are gonna beat, the heroes are gonna beat them. I just don't see.
You know, if they would have.
That's their biggest flaw.
If they would have, but that's Marvel's flaw too. I mean, you have Loki. That's it.
No. But they build up. I mean, we've been waiting for Thanos for a while, right?
Okay, Loki and Thanos. That's it.
No. The even let's just use Thor with the Dark Elves, right? It was somebody that we wanted to cheer for. They don't invest. DC does not invest that much time in building up their villains.
Well, you kind of got something a little bit leaning towards that way when they mentioned Darkseid in Justice League.
They did, but what we've seen so far from all the DC movies is the villain has yet to be really built up.
And they have some of the best villains in comic books.
Yes.
So you got the Joker and the Riddler. You have all these. I mean, and that's just Batman. I mean, you still have others.
In Wonder Woman, oh my God. And it was great. It's out of the.
They got Cheetah now, so.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they do with Cheetah. I'm just saying, we'll see what they do. But the problem is, it's like they brush over all their villains real quick.
Yeah.
In Wonder Woman, he would have been an amazing villain, and it's like you only see him at the very end for a few minutes. Same thing with Steppenwolf, right? Just a few tidbits.
I think that they actually had a chance with Steppenwolf to make him a solid, threat. But there was just, I think the CGI was, it got in the way, I think, and it just, turned everybody off, that nobody really wanted to invest in that character. So either way, Ezra Miller is still reprising his role, so we'll see how. So in director news, so Colin Trevorrow, he was the one that introduced Jurassic World to everybody after Jurassic Park 3 bombed, right? So he brought that franchise back. Okay, he was originally gonna take some time, not do Jurassic World 2, go do Star Wars Episode 9.
Okay.
He was the director that actually wanted to film in space. So, yeah.
Maybe the scene with Leia would have looked really good, much better.
Anyway, so
have seen Optimus Prime.
So that did Leia and Optimus Prime. That didn't work out. So now he's actually back to finish Jurassic World trilogy, and he is set to direct Jurassic World 3 after
2?
After 2, yeah. So it's 3. He'll be
thank you for connecting the dots on that one. I wasn't certain.
Right. So we'll see if he's gonna be filming with real dinosaurs.
You know what will make this film great? Real dinosaurs.
What do you think about him coming back after the trilogy? To cap off his trilogy.
He brought back Jurassic World. It was a great film.
Yes,
I'm not gonna say it was a movie or film of the decade, but it was a great film. Right? He resurrected a movie. I'm looking forward. I'm hoping he can bring something back. Maybe he was just really high when he thought about filming in space.
Well,
We go to space, man.
and here's the irony. Here's the irony about the whole
space.
thing. Okay, so Colin Trevorrow, he brought back Jurassic World after all this time, right? J.J. Abrams brought back The Force Awakens, episode 7 after all this time, after 30 years, right? J.J. Abrams did not do episode 8. Colin Trevorrow did not do Jurassic World 2, but they have been both brought back to cap off the trilogies that they initially introduced again.
Because people hate the sequels to both those trilogies.
I guess so. So it was just ironic how that planned out. So hopefully Jurassic World the 3 comes out pretty good. So all right.
They're like, you know what? We went the wrong way. Maybe come back. Maybe come back.
All right, guys. So this is we're really pumped up for Infinity War. and we wanted to do something special for Infinity War. Now, normally we have this, we have another show called the Popculture Kumite that is, it's pretty lengthy. It's pretty fun to do.
It's fun. They're
Terrence
fun.
just hates editing it. But I thought it'd be cool to have a Popculture Kumite Twitter edition, and I put out the polls out. I put the polls out there for you guys.
The first time.
Not those fools.
Not those fools. But the brackets are out there, and you guys actually voted. So I wanted to give you guys based on your votes on who you moved on to the second round. And I will go through this fast for Terrence's sake. Iron Man 3 beat Fantastic Four 91-9.
Not a shocker there.
Ghost Rider beat Ghost Rider and Daredevil were tied at 50%. You guys could not decide who would win that. So I had the guys come up, and it was Ghost Rider.
Half
so
of
Ghost
you were
Rider
wrong.
moves on.
Ghost Rider moves on.
Black Panther beats Blade 83-17. I thought that would have been closer, but okay.
No, I can see that.
Blade won.
Because
yes.
the people who probably use Twitter are much younger, and they're like, Blade, that was early 2000s. Forget that movie.
I was 5 years old
a
when
baby.
Or they were racist.
Well, no, because they voted for Black Panther.
They voted for Black Panther.
Oh.
Okay.
Or they were young racists.
Wakanda, man. Wakanda forever.
Incredible Hulk starring Edward Norton beats Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 1, 2002, Sam Raimi. That was actually 50-50. They vote for Incredible Hulk. Spider-Man Homecoming.
My vote counts twice.
Well, both of us. Anyway, all right. Spider-Man Homecoming beat Captain America 2011 100-0.
What?
Captain America got no votes. That's insane.
Yeah, that's what I can.
My heart right there.
I know. Come on.
Captain America 2: The Winter Soldier did beat Spider-Man 2 80-20.
Okay.
I would have thought that would have been a little bit closer, but that's
I
okay.
would have thought Captain America, the first Avenger, would have got some votes, man.
At least one of you would have liked it. Come on.
Avengers sweeps X-Men Days of Future Past 100% to 0.
You know what? You could have had nothing and said, guys, no film versus Days of Future Past, and no film would have won.
Guardians of the Galaxy beats X2 X-Men United 60-40.
What?
That's insane.
Voting.
Civil
Guardians
War.
of the Galaxy lost out?
Yeah, no, Guardians of the Galaxy beat X2. One of the best X-Men movies.
X-Men.
Yes, but it's still not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Civil War
Not
beats
the people. The
Civil
people's
War
vote.
beats X-Men First Class 100-0. That's blasphemy because X-Men First Class was excellent.
Civil War?
Civil War, yeah.
You think that's better than Civil War?
No. I'm saying that X-Men First Class
That
deserves some
zero
votes.
people voted for.
It deserves some
Hey,
votes.
look, I'm still on 0 people voted for first Avenger.
Yeah, no shit. All right. Deadpool beats the Wolverine 75% to 25.
You know what? Deadpool rocked.
Yeah.
It rocked.
Oh, I did.
This one I do not agree with whatsoever. Iron Man 3 beats Blade 2 71% to 29%.
What is with the Blade hate?
Well, it's Blade 2.
Blade 2 was excellent. Are you serious? Blade 2 over Iron Man 3. You don't agree with that?
Iron Man 3,
Iron Man 3 was the
legit.
worst Iron Man.
Yeah.
It was legit though.
It had the worst freaking twist when it came to the villain.
Oh
of
yeah.
all freaking Marvel films. Come on.
But it was still better than Blade 2.
Blade 2
The
was
people
not.
have spoken.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 loses to Thor Ragnarok 60-40. I agree with that.
Yeah. It was both crappy comedy.
Best comedy, Thor Ragnarok.
Logan beats Thor 75-25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The original X-Men in 2000 beats Avengers Age of Ultron 60-40. I agree with that.
Okay.
And last but not least, Thor 2 loses to Iron Man 2 60-40.
That was the bracket of worst sequels.
Yes.
So
Crappy sequel versus crappy sequel. Which one is crappiest?
So Iron Man trilogy moves on. That's a shock to me because I didn't expect Iron Man 2 or 3 to make it past the to the second round. But those were actually your votes. So if you guys actually want to see the actual voting, it's on our Twitter page, the Goods Podcast, the Goods channel. So check that out. And on our next show, we will actually be reading out the winners for round 2 to see who goes.
So go
on
out
to
there
the
and vote. I mean, these are some-
absolutely.
Click on First Avenger, goddammit.
The brackets for round 2 will be posted within the next couple of days. The results will be the results
Tallied?
will be tallied and talked about on the next show. Edit that. All right.
Don't.
In our WTF news, you know what? Pranks are a big thing, you know. I mean, it's been happening for the longest of times, you know. So he has some scuba divers in Hawaii and some friends that were out there, you know, filming,
Well,
and
first
they
of
wanted
all,
to do a.
I don't feel any pity when they're scuba diving in Hawaii.
That's very true, but they wanted to, they were filming underwater, and they thought that it'd be funny to do something. And that something led to a 22-year-old scuba diver to be taken to the hospital with the severe breathing complications, vomiting, extreme swelling, and low blood pressure.
What did he eat?
And all of this was caused by him putting his penis in a clam as a joke.
Clams give you STDs?
Apparently, that salt water. I don't know, something. Good Lord, come on, man. Come on.
So the last WTF we did, we had the guy that had sex with the dog or tried to rape the dog, and then the dog,
And the dog-
pretty much chewed him up and all that. So this time they actually, now I know, you know, oysters are good for aphrodisiacs, but you're not supposed to actually do it to the oyster.
You know, I had the urge. I was in the water. Nobody could see.
You know, that's a different way to make clam chowder, but
Oh man.
oh man. So anyway, so he stuck his piece, and the clam would not let it go.
Look.
Only you found something like that.
Look. Look. First of all, I'm not gonna pity anybody who's 22
Yeah, she
years
couldn't
old.
even believe it.
Yeah. Who's 22 years old and scuba diving in Hawaii.
You're not gonna pity them.
I'm not gonna. No. Oh, poor pity you. 2, you're the dumbass. I mean, you're underwater. I'm thinking like, you pulled it out. How do you even get an erection?
It's that warm Hawaii water.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
I'm just like, what? No, you know what? I'm glad it chomped on it, and I'm glad it would say, right there. I'm glad that happened to you.
Alrighty then. Alright, take us home.
Hey guys, you know what? It's really important. Let us know what your picks are on the top 5. What is-
Picks on what top 5? We
on
talking
the top 5 on the Twitter on the Twitter challenge on the Twitter voting. We'll try that one again. I'm still thinking about that freaking.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright, take us home.
Hey guys, if that WTF really blew you away, no pun intended, go ahead, feel free, comment. I really want to know what you think or what other weird things you.
What do they do at Lobster Fest?
Yeah.
Or Lobster-
As well as, don't forget, hey, vote on Twitter. We really, really do want to hear your feedback on that. All right. Don't forget to like us, follow us, do all that good stuff to us.
if you can please subscribe anything, donate anything to our Patreon page. We would
Patreon.
absolutely appreciate
Like we
it.
upgraded to a 4K camera.
Because 3K don't like us.
Okay, if you donate $1, you get one of these posters back here. If you get $3, $5,
You get any video
And-
that we've done you don't hate.
exactly, any video from You Don't Hate of the movie,
$10.
and $10,
A good shirt, and you get to pick a topic.
the good shirt. Now, I don't have a good shirt on at the moment.
Because he didn't pay those $10.
I don't have a good shirt on, but you'll get a good shirt.
Here's a good shirt.
Here's a good shirt. Here's a good shirt. All right.
Shameless plug.
It ain't shameless. It's
All right.
definitely a plug.
For asking where the hell she's at, and Terrence in the back, I'm Manny.
I'm Art.
And that was the goods. How about this one? How about this one? I said, yeah, the roof that Sean fell off of. That was a story I'm telling her. And she goes, Sean Footlong?
What? Did she watch porn when you're not there?
I Yeah, no, she's like, fuck, let's watch it together.
Porn star named
Can we watch it
Is there
together?
a porn star named Sean Footlong?
Sean
Sean
Footlong.
Footlong.
That's my friend Sean's name.